junior varsity experience, however, and he's a little concerned about the bright lights at Veterans Stadium for their very first time on a Friday night here.
Yeah, one thing we've talked about in most of our outdoor sports coverage, one thing the athletes have to make an adjustment to when they're playing at dusk is the lighting. I don't know what type of ground game Latin has, but if that's a concern of the Latin coach, I'm sure we're going to look at Latin moving the ball on the ground. How's the Red Raider defense both ways, ground game and passing game, Greg?
Well, yeah, I talked to Coach Tony Green prior to the game, and tonight, the key, he's listed his keys for tonight's Red Raiders game is simply this. They have to play mistake-free football, hold on to the ball security, and as is the hallmark of all Coach Green teams, he wants to control the tempo of the game. So he also mentioned that tonight he might take the reins off Kevin Holler in a little bit and open up and throw the ball, which would be a little bit different than what they did here last year.
Well, just reviewing, we've got the captains out at the midfield stripe, and as we do, we'll just tell you that head coach Tony Green is being assisted this year by Ken Tolley, John Green, Pat Lane, Peter Chisholm, and Tim Semcheko, Doug Henderson, and Jack Green. A lot of Greens in the coaching lineup, Doug.
Well, you know, there's no question this is a great tradition. In fact, Coach Green's dad was recently inducted into the minor league football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. But the onus of this year's team, obviously, in my opinion, is the offensive line. And that'll highlight the great job that Peter Chisholm does with the offensive line. Experienced coach, steady, and he really works his kids hard. And here we go. The boys are getting excited.
Yeah, they're ready to go. Latin won the toss. They've elected to receive. North Quincy will be defending from the north end zone for the first half. Latin's going to be going from our right to left. So we're looking forward to a great high school football game tonight, Greg. Weather conditions is about mid-70s. There's no wind at all. It's a little humid. We're going to look for it to cool off as the night goes on, but pretty ideal conditions for the boys to start the high school football season here. We're going to pause a moment for our national anthem. Rendition of the national anthem provided for us by the Boston Latin High School Band. They've come along with a team tonight, gracious enough to get us started.
You know, Coach, I had an opportunity to talk to both head coaches prior to the game and talked about their keys to tonight's game. But basically, in my experience this opening game of the season is that special teams it plays such a big part of your opening 3 or 4 weeks. The teams don't get a chance to practice special teams very much, and oftentimes this will be the very first time this team has kicked off all season. The other thing to look at early in the season, especially in the first game, is defenses. At this point in time, the defenses are generally much further ahead of the offense. The offense takes a little bit of timing, a little bit of rhythm, and it generally takes them 2 or 3 weeks to get a feel for what they're doing out there and to really get their timing together. So our listeners, our viewers tonight should really focus in on special teams. It's going to be a key to this game and the defense. Here we go.
Here's the kick. It's a nice kickoff. It's going to bounce once at the 20. It's taken by Latin up the right side. Great job, North Special Teams there, Greg. You talked about it. And sure enough, the first guy to get in there, number 45 for the Red Raiders. We're going to have a little problem here because we actually just got our lineup cards. I don't know if you know who number 45 is, Greg. We got to work on that.
Okay.
The Red Raiders are out on defense. And Latin comes with a power I formation to start the game. We're going to look for them to run the ball. It's a snap over the left side and greeted a little roughly by Darryl Zoyer, number 50, a linebacker for the Red Raiders, is Latin's running back. And again, we've got a little bit, we're shorthanded here in that we have a lineup for the Red Raiders, but we do not have a lineup for Latin, so you're not going to hear any names of Latin ball players tonight. But that was Darryl Zoyer. Zoyer's a name we've heard a bit about in North Quincy football, right, Greg?
Sure is. Now it's 2nd and 10 here, and we go to the counter. And again, there's nothing there. That was great defense. It looks like North Quincy has started out here in your basic pro-style 4-3 defense. And they look like they slanted right to the play that time. Great call from the sideline, and I think they had a little bit of an idea right off the bat they were going to that counter. Right when it comes to, stands out right away, number 63 over here, David Butterman. Boy, I'll tell you, he's getting off the ball.
Here's Latin's first pass play, and it's successful over the middle. Great job by the tight end of pulling that in. He was immediately greeted out there by number 12 for the Red Raiders, Rob Mooney.
Right.
Nice job tackle, but it was a nice pass, nice grab over the middle, and a first down for Boston Latin.
German simple seam route, right up the middle, split the twin safeties. Nice pass, nice catch, first down.
Here's a snap. Latin's coming off the right side. That's big number 39 for Boston Latin. He looks like a bruiser, Greg.
No question. Now North Quincy now is faced with a second and 4 here. Great first down call. Jim, oftentimes early in the season, first down becomes such an important factor for these coaches. They get a good first down play, gives them the opportunity to do a few more things on 2nd and 3rd down. Doesn't make 3rd down such a crucial thing for them. Great call on first down there.
In motion for Latin. Set. It's a long count here.
Here comes the
and
sweep.
A pitch left.
Here comes the sweep. Oh my. Oh my.
Nice speed getting outside by number 11, the tailback. He got outside. He picked up a first down for Latin. Nice tackle by Rob Mooney.
It looked like North had a little bit of a corner blitz on there. Number 10, Jim Burke, flying up in. It looked like that was a call from the sidelines. So that might be an adjustment the coaches are making when they reshift to that tight end over here and that strong formation. That looks like that's designed for the defense, for them to ask number 10 to come in there hard. Now we have a little bit different defensive alignment here. Simple stay pass. I'm impressed so far with the game that this Coach McDonough is calling for this Latin squad, keeping them off balance.
Yeah, very nice job there. They've run 3 straight first down plays, have been off tackle, and on that play, the linebackers for North were in tight, and Latin ran a nice little out pattern there.
Right. Good call.
It's
okay, Twins down here, Jim.
Twins left, right. It's 2nd and 5.
Good passing down. There you go. Oh, wonderful.
Great job. I'll tell you one thing. Darryl Zoyer, that's his 4th tackle here. We've only played, we're coming down to 7:45 here in the first quarter. Darryl Zoyer's been all over the field. Nice tackle. Latin lost a yard on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 5. This is a big 3rd down play here early on, Greg.
No question. We got 3rd and a long 3. Here's a play action pass, and he's wide open. Oh, again, Zoyer with the pressure. Great play.
That pressure by Zoyer forced Latin's quarterback to get rid of the ball a little earlier. Right, their receiver was wide open out in the flat, but the ball was released early, overthrown. Great job by North Quincy is stepping up on third down, but it looks like Latin at the North Quincy 36 is going to go for it on fourth down. Oh, no, they're punting. That's their punt who came in.
Okay. Again, let's take a good look at the North Quincy special teams. Jim, I can't stress to you enough what an important factor this is going to be tonight. Oh, my. As I said, and he
Tough
gets it off.
snap. He got it away.
Now, they had a full punt block on there. No one back to retrieve the punt, and it looks like North Quincy will start out somewhere around their own 10.
Yeah, not a bad idea, right, Greg? They took everybody up to put the pressure on Latin, and in doing so, they took the pressure off the North punt returner, who would have been under pressure inside his 10 there if he were back there trying to pick up the ball. So not a bad job by Tony Green trying to shift the pressure there on that first punt.
Kevin Hall in the quarterback, Brian Brown in the quarterback, wingback is Gary Gordon, and the fullback is
All right, now here we go. This is where I think you're going to see the real North Quincy stand out. Tremendous skill players here, led by Kevin Holler, the quarterback.
Over the left side, off the pitch for a gain of 6, Ryan
That's
Farnham.
Ryan Farnham.
We've heard about Ryan since his sophomore year. Ryan's a senior this year, number 23. Very talented running back. Talk about the rest of that backfield, Greg.
Well, James Kaufman might be pound for pound one of the toughest kids in the OCL. And then you have Matt Francis, a tight end, who I personally believe might be the best tight end in the OCL, and that's saying quite a bit. There's a kid right there who's got 5 gears, all of them going forward and none of them going in reverse. He's a player.
Hollering under center, calling signals. Snaps, fakes the pitch.
Nice counter. Oh, boy.
Nice job by Latin reacting to James Kaufman on the counter. Looks like it was no gain there, and it's going to be 3rd and 3. Like to see North Quincy High pick up at least one first down here, move the ball a bit on their first possession.
But, one of the things that, that I know Coach Green is a stickler for is ball security and also playing mistake-free football. And, we talked earlier in the game about the fact that he might throw the ball a little bit. Looks like it's about 3rd and a long 4. Let's see if he holds to his word. And we have a sweep. And there we go, first down. Great call.
Great job, great job. I'll tell you, Ryan Farnham's doing a nice job getting off the ball there. He's really flying by the time that's 2 pitches to Farnham, 12 yards.
No question. He looks good and he's off to a great start.
So that's the first North Quincy first down. We're coming up on the 5-minute mark on the first quarter. Red Raiders and Boston Latin just getting started in their opening season. We're 0-0 here at North Quincy, down on the north end of the field here.
Again, Jim, I can't stress how difficult it is this early phase of the season for an offense to really come into focus. The defense is generally a little bit further ahead, and so far that's shown on both sides for both teams. Here comes the toss again. Kaufman, great block, and here we go.
Yeah, Kaufman with a great block. Farnham cut it back, used the block very well. That's 3 carries for Farnham, and
close to 30 yards.
Doing a great job. On the replay, you see Farnham getting outside, and there's that block by James Kaufman opening up that outside. Nice cut back by Farnham as he got over the 30. Great job by the Red Raiders. They're running the ball smoothly here, Greg, in this first quarter.
Just the way you draw it up on the chalkboard, Jim.
Hollering under center. He's calling signals here with a full backfield. Takes the snap. Inside to Kaufman, banging away over that left guard. And James grinds out another first down for the Red Raiders on a nice pickup of 3 tough yards, Greg.
Well, you're looking for 3 tough yards. There's no better person to give the football to than James Kaufman. But, when North had got that sweep going, and it's going to keep them honest,
Yeah, the Red Raiders have done a nice job. They've kept it on the ground all the way, but they've done a nice job of mixing it up. Latin was air and ground, but the Red Raiders have right on the ground, grinding it out. Great job. And as soon as I say that, Hollering drops back to pass. Breaking off the pattern a little early was number 12, Rob Mooney. It looks like Mooney zigged and Holleran thought he saw a zag there.
It looks like it basically just overthrew him. Looks like they had a slant stop on there. Pleasant plays designed for Mooney to drive down inside the corner, stop about 10 yards and turn. Just a little bit overthrown by Kevin there.
Yeah, Kevin's a senior. He's from the talented and athletic Holleran family of Wollaston there. We've heard his name for several years as well. Threw a nice ball out there, Greg.
I had the pleasure of coaching his brother Joe, another great athlete.
Holleran under center, calling signals. Got a split backfield. He's back again. A lot of pressure. This time he connects with big number 85. And down the left side he goes. Great job. There's the man you talked about coming out of the gate there, Greg.
If there's a better tight end in the league, I want to meet him.
Matt Francis, he caught that ball beautifully on the run, delivered by Holleran over the left side, and then he scampered down the sideline to the Latin 20-yard line. Great job, 27.
You know, Jim, Kevin threw that ball under tremendous pressure. That shows the type of senior leadership he provides for this football team. Stepped right up into the pocket under heavy pressure and delivered a perfect strike. Good quarterbacking.
Tell you, we'll talk after this play about the job by Francis after. Here's the pitch right to Farnham again, looking to get outside. This time, he couldn't get outside, contained nicely by Latin. But talk for a minute, Greg, about Greg Wilson scampering down the sideline. He showed good speed there.
You know, we just talked a little bit about Matt Francis, and just when we come back, he makes a great play. Looks like he's a little winded. They asked him to kick out the end there, and now they're taking him out the field to give him a little break. So it looks like that run down the sideline took a little bit of something out of him.
Well, the clock's running, which I'm sure Tony Green's happy about. We're coming up on 3 minutes in the first quarter. This is a nice controlled drive by the Red Raiders. They're doing a super job grinding it down the field against Boston Latin. It's 2nd and 10 from the 28 here. Holleran setting up under center. Fakes the pitch, inside handoff. Trying to get outside, but not quite getting outside.
That was a really nice play by that inside linebacker, Latin, number 39. He read that play right from the start.
Yeah, that was Gary Dalton trying to get outside. Gary's a very athletic senior, like Holleran, like Kaufman, like Farnham. He's been around several years now. He's done a great job with the Red Raiders. That was Gary's first carry. He picked up about 2 on the play, and it's going to be 3rd and 7. Big third down play here, Greg. Holleran under center, calling signals. He's back, looks to the left side and delivers it outside. Rob Mooney this time. Great job by Mooney, is sidestepping a tackle, and he's down to the 5-yard line.
Absolutely beautiful throwing football.
1st and goal, Red Raiders from the 5. I'll tell you, Greg, Holleran looks so poised in that backfield. He's setting back and he's throwing a beautiful ball.
That ball was thrown perfect timing and a great route by Mooney out there. And one of the things you'll love to see a young football player do is catch the ball with his hands. Mooney reached out, caught that ball, put it away, and turned up towards the end zone. Great throw, great catch, first down.
All right, 1st and goal. They've got it at the 6. 1:30 in the first quarter. Holleran pitch back to Farnham. He's trying to get outside, trying to turn the corner. He does. He stretches, and he touchdown, Red Raiders. Ryan Farnham with the first Red Raider touchdown of 2002 on a great run. He just beat them to the corner there, Greg. Great job.
Tremendous acceleration and another fine job by Matt Francis. Look at that block.
On the replay, we see Farnham now, and look at that stretch just inside the pylon. Great job by Farnham. Great individual effort, but a great team effort by the Red Raiders to take their opening possession right down the field for a great touchdown. And they're under center here for a 2-point try. Holleran fumbles it, picks it up, looking into the end zone, and with the reception, number 85, Matt Francis. I'll tell you, Greg, you called that one. Matt Francis, great job from his tight end spot of getting open. Holleran showing great poise there. He fumbled the snap, picked it up, but Holleran to Francis looks like something we're going to be talking about in 2002, Greg. On the replay, you look at that. It was tapped by one of the Latin linebackers, but Francis, with night focus, stayed with it. And the Red Raiders go out to the early 8-0 lead.
Jim, if you look at the skill positions that North Quincy has on this football team, let's go down the list. Holleran. And we have Dolbear, who's out tonight with a sore shoulder. Farnham, Kaufman. We have Mooney. You have Dalton, Francis. This is a tremendously skilled team, and it showed on that replay. Holland fumbled the snap, picked it up, turned out, ran the defense, and a tip ball was caught by Francis in the corner.
Yeah, it's
athletes, great athletes.
Yeah. One thing Tony Green was concerned about was depth. You did mention Chris Dolbear being out. He's a running back. The one spot where they do have some depth is in that backfield, and it showed during that drive. Now kicking off for the Red Raiders, another nice kick to the 15-yard line. Looks like good coverage downfield, and it is. They got they contained him inside the 30 there, which I think is not bad coverage in high school.
Great tackle by number 12, Mooney.
Coming off a little slowly. Looks like Mooney made the tackle. Nice job. Dennis Layden, who was in on the tackles, coming off a little slowly. Looks like he might have got dinged up, but nice special teams coverage there.
Absolutely. Now let's see if North has made any adjustments on the defensive side of the ball. Now we're looking at, they got the 4-3 again. Oh, my. Oh, my. That right defensive end, what a play. Number 58, is that Dave Buttimer again? I'll tell you, that's good football.
Yeah, Latin, they've come out with that power eye, and North's really reacted well to that thus far tonight.
What they're trying to do is isolate that fullback on the North Quincy middle linebacker, double teaming the tackles and leading the fullback through out of the I formation. And with 58, the right defensive end crashing down there, they're not even getting back to the line of scrimmage. That's good quickness and good athleticism right there.
All right, Latin again with the eye. 2nd and 10. In motion. Here's the quick handoff, trying to get him outside, but look who's there. Great tackle. Number 44 for the Red Raiders. A great job. James Kaufman, we talked about him as a fullback. You saw nice speed, nice tackle.
Okay.
We got it on replay here coming up, Greg.
Okay. This is what you call a speed sweep. The idea behind this play is that you have your back coming across the formation. He's in a full all-out sprint while the defense is still holding their position. The only thing that's moving on defense is their eyes. And that back is coming across there with his 4.6, 4.7 speed, full-out run. The objective is to get to the corner, turn it up before the defense has a time to relax.
And look at James Kaufman. He saw the play nicely, but the thing most impressive, there's the North Quincy fullback, and you saw the speed as he got outside and made that tackle unassisted. Great job by James Kaufman. Great job by the Red Raiders. As we end the first quarter here, the Red Raiders with a very impressive opening drive and an 8-0 lead at the end of the first quarter. So as the team switch ends here, Greg, Tony Green's got to be really happy with what he's seen thus far.
Well, one of the things that Coach Green talked about tonight prior to the game, Jim, was an opportunity to evaluate what he has out here. And so far, so good. This team looks good out here tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure that Chris Dolbear's disappointed. He's a guy that Tony was very excited about coming into the season. How bad's that shoulder injury?
Well, you know, Coach Green thinks it's only going to keep him out a week, but we've talked about the Holleran family. Well, the Dolbear family is also an institution in North Quincy football. You know, I believe that there have been 4 Dolbear brothers who have played here in North Quincy, and every one of them outstanding individuals, great kids, and great athletes.
Well, we'll look forward to getting Chris back on the lineup, but I'll tell you right now, James Kaufman, Ryan Farnham, and Gary Dalton are doing their best to fill in the gap there. And we saw some very, very impressive play by Kevin Holleran in the backfield as well. Kevin, I mean, I remember Liam Higgins in the early 90s. We had Max Repoff most recently. Kevin Holleran looks like a first-rate quarterback. Here comes Latin. They're going to move now from our left to our right. They're in the north end zone. And they're passing 3rd and 10 here. They get it out to their tailback. Did he step out over there? He's right at the marker, and it looks like he's coming up short.
He stepped out of bounds.
A nice job by the North Quincy defense of reacting to that. Latin got its tailback isolated out on the left flat there. He got the ball, but he hesitated a little bit before he got past the first down marker. He caught it right there, hesitated, and North's coverage, they pursued, and it's 4th down. Latin's going to punt here. Back to punt. This is a clean snap this time. Nice deep punt. And looks like Tony Green has got his players taking the cautious route on the punt here, Greg.
It appears to be so.
And again, those of you who have played under lights know that the one thing that's a real problem to adjust to is depth perception. Now, whether this is something he's going to do all night or just until the boys adjust to the lighting, and I think dusk is behind us now. We're really playing fully under the lights. It's not a bad idea by Green of keeping his players away from the punts like that.
Well, you know, when we talked before the game, Coach Green mentioned mistake-free football and in-ball security. You know, he doesn't want to take a chance to turn that football over, and this is the way he's chosen to go about it.
Coming out, he's got Farnham and Kaufman split in the backfield. Holleran under center. At one receiver, wide right. Holleran fumbles the snap. He's going to have to fall on it. You talk about mistake-free football. It has been mistake-free thus far by the Red Raiders. That's
With the exception of the 2 fumbles, right?
Yes, yeah. Second time he's fumbled a snap. Little problem there, but Holleran right on it, showing good poise. It's going to be 2nd and 11 here.
Well, Jim Ladden's moved that defensive tackle down, head up on the center. And obviously he's getting a little active in there. Number 55 seems to be quite a player, and he's been given the center a handful.
North in the eye, hand to Ryan Farnham, and Farnham gets hit after a gain of about 6. Nice job right over the right side.
Another great effort by Ryan Farnham.
Yeah, they've got Gary Dalton split wide right the first time, wide left the second time. They went with a split backfield there, a power eye.
And what they're trying to do is, well, by putting 2 tight ends in the game, Jim, they're trying to get that defense to play them straight up. And it appears that that defensive tackle who's playing head up on the center is giving them some trouble. So I think the adjustment has been made to keep 2 tight ends in the game, force the defense to play them straight up. So we'll see where this goes from here. But that's, again, good football. What do we have here? We have a pro set, split backs.
Yeah, Dalton and Mooney.
3rd
Dalton
and 5.
Left, Mooney right, 3rd down 5. Holleran looking at Dalton, gets it outside. And Gary couldn't get there. Gary lost his footing as he was squaring out. Holleran's pass was out there, but Gary couldn't get to it.
It looks like Kevin had a little bit of difficulty setting his feet underneath him that time. I don't know whether he slipped, and then the ball didn't come out of his hand well. That was an opportunity there. It was a great call, wide open.
Yeah, you're right. A nice call. We got your man, the big tight end, Matt Francis, back to punt for the Red Raiders. Lattin's got 2 backs at their own 30. Francis handles an errant snap nicely, and the punt is down to the 30 where there's great coverage by the Red Raiders.
Nice return.
Nice return, you're right. It looked like the Red Raiders had that one covered. Right down on top of that back was number 25, Tim Kaufman. But he got outside of Kaufman, and he picked up about 8 yards there on the return. Nice job. And Boston Latin's going to start 1st and 10 from its 43.
Tim Kaufman is a little undersized, but let me tell you, no one has a bigger heart on this football team. And he's a great special teams player.
Yeah, Tim's a senior. A lot of talented seniors on this squad. Latin fumbles the snap this time. A little scramble. We'll see who covered it. Looks like Latin covered it.
Looks like a little bit of rugby going on out there, Jim.
Well, I don't know. You were down on the field, Greg, before the game. Are the dry conditions, is the turf a little slippery, or?
You know, oftentimes when you have such a warm day in September, you know, as the sun goes down, you'll get a little mist on the field, and the field will become a little wet. But, you know, this is perhaps, if not the finest, one of the finest stadiums of high school football in the state. When I was talking to Coach McDonough before the game, he said to me that he was thrilled to open his season in such a beautiful venue.
Well, very gracious of him to acknowledge that. It's a real tribute to the city park and recreation staff. I know Tommy Koch has got his men out working very hard on all the fields in the city, but the stadium really looks great as we start the high school football season.
Well, you know, during the course of the time that I've been here at North Quincy, and of course with the Quincy Granite, we get an opportunity to go to a lot of various high school stadiums around the state and New England. And there's no question that this is the finest stadium that I've seen for high school athletics. No question about it.
Yeah, we're very lucky here in Quincy. A lot of good things going on in the city. This stadium's one of them. The kids you see on the screen right now, that's another thing. If you talk to Lou Iannelli, the North Quincy High School principal, he's really delighted with this particular senior class. It's a great group of talented kids. They've got several sports teams that have been successful in the prior years, and they're looking forward to great success this year, both the girls and the boys. It's a great group that's going to be going out in 2003.
Well, you know, I don't want to be putting any particular pressure on anybody, but I believe this is a 10-year anniversary of the North Quincy Super Bowl undefeated season, and you had happened to mention Liam Higgins before. You know, that was just a tremendously talented team, and this is a 10-year anniversary. And if there's a group of seniors or a team that has the opportunity to repeat that feat, this is the team here that we're watching tonight.
Latin, a lot of pressure there on the Latin quarterback. He gets outside in response. A nice run, nice job. He put his head down, and he picked up about 7 on a 2nd and 9. Did a great job of getting outside under some intense pressure by the Red Raiders. The defensive call was right there, Greg. They just didn't get to that quarterback.
No.
Well, we got a 3rd down and a long one. Big 3rd down play here. They got the power eye for Latin. A quick hitter over the left side, and looks like they got the first down. They follow that big fullback, number 39. I wish we had some names, but that Latin's got a big fullback, big powerful-looking kid, number 39, and then that number 11 is a quick scat back. North's done a nice job reacting to both of them.
Yeah, the fullback's name is Darren Tull. And they're rotating Jeff Chin and Chris Sonder. And we've got some information here handed to us.
In motion, this is the play we saw Kaufman make the big play on earlier, but this time they try a quick hitter inside, and great job of reacting to that by the interior line of North Quincy. Matt Francis is out there. He's going both ways now.
Yeah, Matt calls the defensive signals, gets everyone lined up, puts them in the right place. But, you know, there's that fake speed sweep, and then what they try to do is get the defense flowing across the formation and then hand the trap back up right through between the center and the 2 guards. North Quincy's interior defense didn't go for it, and now you have 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Francis and Pat O'Brien, the defensive end, made a great stop there. 2nd and 10. Handoff inside again, and another great job.
Number 79.
O'Brien there again. That's 2 straight great plays by senior defensive end Pat O'Brien. A great job.
My.
We're looking at 3rd and 10 now. North Quincy, I'll tell you, this is the 5th 3rd down play for Boston Latin. North Quincy's done a nice job defensively. Latin has converted on their 3rd downs, but North's been doing a nice job. You see here O'Brien reacting well. O'Brien and Francis again making the tackle there. And here we are with Latin under center on 3rd and 10. There's a pitch outside. They're trying to get outside, but great containment and a great tackle out there. Super job. Let me get the number there.
Gary Dalton.
Gary Dalton. Great job of getting out. He contained and then a great tackle. A super job. Thought I saw number 10 out there, too.
That's James Burke.
Right, Jimmy Burke. Great job by Burke, too.
And it looks like they're sending back Burke to field the punt this time.
Well, we'll see if they've been unleashed to try a return here. Burke looks like he's going to let this one hit.
Uh-oh.
It
That's
didn't hit his foot, did it?
Did.
Ah, that's unfortunate.
And now we see why Coach Green, we talked earlier in the game about special teams. And now we get a better idea of his thinking concerning ball security in terms of what he's done on those first 2 punts. It's so difficult during the course, this early part of the season to keep getting your special teams lined up right.
I love you.
Yeah, well, Mike Delahoy there was setting up, looking to block someone. He was trying to put his hat on someone, and the ball came down about 2 yards to his right and bounced right into his right leg. It's unfortunate. He never saw it happen. It hit him in the right leg. Not really a mental error per se. Maybe could have been a little more alert there, but the coaching staff over to help correct the problem. Looks like he's not being admonished, but it's a big turn. Oh, it looks like North Quincy covered that.
Yes, they did.
So no harm, no foul. And here goes Kevin Holleran. Inside handoff. Great job of bobbing and weaving there inside. Ryan Farnham coming right over the guard there.
I think it would be safe to say that Ryan's averaging about 4 yards a carry bare minimum right now. That offensive line is doing a great job. And as I said at the top of the show, with the skill players that North Quincy has and the talent that's around the offensive line, this team will go as far as that offensive line is going to take them.
And one thing we're seeing here is Farnham's doing it inside and outside. It's great stuff. Farnham and Kaufman able to go inside the tackles. Holleran inside again. This time Farnham bounces off, and there he goes. Farnham! Great job of bouncing off a tackle, finding a seam, and he's going to go all the way. A great run by Ryan Farnham. 68-yard scamper. And senior running back Ryan Farnham with a beautiful 68-yard touchdown, and the Red Raiders go up 14-0. We're going to see it on replay. This time it's like the first touchdown where Farnham used his speed to get to the pylon first. He's relying on the speed again, and once he got out past that final safety, he was gone. A great run by Ryan Farnham, 68 yards. What a thrill for the senior running back. Looks like they're going for 2 again, Greg.
Nice. Nice call.
Nice call, nice play, a little underthrown. Gary Dalton was there, he was open. Couldn't quite connect. We got to see if Holleran and Dalton can start connecting tonight. Well, the Red Raiders, so they're up 14-0 against Latin with just under 4 minutes to the half. Great job, a lot of excitement along that sideline. You see senior Matt Francis walking down the sideline there. A lot of happy ball players in red and black tonight. See the Red Raider cheerleaders. There's a nice crowd tonight, Greg. A lot of students down here in front of us. Good turnout for the opening game.
Good crowd tonight.
North setting up to kick off here. Corey Piazza, number 57, doing the kicking. Corey's done a nice job. He's had good depth on his kicks. Here's another one. Looks like it's going to be picked up at about the 18-yard line. Oh, what a hit. A tremendous hit on that special teams play. Number 45 for the Red Raiders getting down there and really popping.
Brandon Neves.
Yeah, Brandon Neves. A great, Brandon Neves rather, I'm sorry, but a tremendous pop. That's the hit of the night thus far. Although I think we have to recall James Coughlin's tackle earlier, too. Kaufman and Neves getting good sticks tonight. Here comes Latin sticking to their ground game. They try to get over the left side, but North, nice job of reacting to that. You talked earlier about a swarming defense. They've really been reacting well tonight, Greg, to these Latin backs.
And, you know, at this point in time, I just don't understand why Latin had stopped mixing up the run and the pass. They seem to have the North Quincy defense off balance early. Now they've gone back strictly to the run, and it's given North a tremendous advantage at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if Coach McDonough thinks he can wear down the Red Raiders or not. Trying to get outside, and there he is again. There's a fumble. We'll see if that's on contact. That was Neves again. I'll tell you, Neves only a junior, but he can hit.
Well, you know, again, speaking to Coach Green prior to the game, you're looking for the opportunity to evaluate some players, and knowing his style with a 16-0 lead, he's going 14-0. I apologize. He's going to start giving the juniors an opportunity to show what they can do.
Well, Mr. Neves is stepping up and taking full advantage. Tremendous job out there. Two great pops early on. Looks like North set for the pass here on 3rd and 18.
Before. They bring the receiver underneath, and no.
Oh, jeez. Great call by the defense. Neves again, coming in from the right side, the blind side. He nailed the Latin quarterback. Latin started on its own 30. They've now got the ball on their 16, and we can all thank Mr. Brandon Neves for that. He took Latin back 12 yards. They went backwards there. He did a great job. They're going to punt. Let's see what the Red Raiders do with this punt. Looks like they're setting up a return. They've got James Coughlin back there. And it's a short punt. You know what? I was wrong on that. It was Mike Delahoyd back there again. It was not, nope. Yeah, Mike Delahoyd back there, not Kaufman. And that's a nice thing, Greg. The coaching staff, you know, Delahoyd, not through any, as we said earlier, mental error on his part, but that punt bounced off him. They got him right back out there, and they told him, you go out there, you're our man. That's a nice way to help a kid shake off something like that.
That's the style of this coaching staff, and it shows.
Okay, we have a timeout on the wall.
We get a timeout, Boston Latin, where minute 28 left in the half, 14-0. I'm sure Coach McDonough is going to stress to his boys the importance here. North Quincy on the 45. With the way Holleran's been throwing the ball tonight, what do you think, Greg? You think we're looking at Holleran and Gary Dalton and your friend Mr. Francis, or do you think that Tony Green will try to have the offense emanate from the backfield there?
I think at this point in time, you know, again, with the opportunity to evaluate some players, I know it's early in the game, and there's still a lot of football to be played, but I have a sneaky suspicion that we're going to see him keep the ball on the ground. You know, Coach Green loves to manage the tempo of a football game, and this, when he has a lead, this is going to play right into his hands.
Yeah, I'll tell you, from the coaching staff's perspective, you could not be. We're taking a look here at the stands that are packed with North Quincy students, but from the perspective of the coaching staff, they couldn't be any happier with mistake-free first half, well played, a lot of great hits by the defense, and a nice, solid offensive, three offensive series by the Red Raiders. They're coming right out, no huddle from the sidelines. Looks like a pro set. Dalton right, and Dalton left rather, and Mooney right. Split backfield. Holleran back to pass, looks at Mooney, looks back for Dalton, lets it go. Dalton's open! Touchdown! Great job! Gary Dalton just took off. Sort of looked like a post pattern, and he got behind the safety.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, Dalton and Farnham have really first-class speed. And that time, Gary Dalton just ran a simple post. He got behind the safety, and Holleran delivered it to him in stride. Beautiful ball thrown by Kevin Holleran. Nice to see Holleran and Dalton connect in this first half. And the Red Raiders stretch their lead 20-0. There you see Dalton. He got behind everybody, and he was gone.
That was absolutely a beautiful throw and catch.
We'll see if North can convert here. Holleran under center. Looks like a little movement by the left guard, and Holleran's right over to him. Big number 63
here
for the Red Raiders. Looks like David Buttimer is going to get called.
Procedure.
You know, Jim, that touchdown pass executed beautifully really did surprise me. You know, when I talked to Coach Green prior to the game, you know, and what the things that we had talked about briefly about what he wanted to get done in the opening week, and that just surprised me. Great call at an opportune time, and gives his team a little breathing room. Plus, it's going to give him the opportunity to start evaluating more players.
Well, I think it surprised everyone. Coach McDonough called a timeout. North came out no huddle. And the way the safeties were up, I'm sure McDonough talked about the running.
There's the blitz. Great play.
Holleran gets inside, gets nailed.
He didn't make it. Didn't make it.
Yeah, they're not giving it to him. Nice job by Kevin Holleran, though. You're right, Greg.
You know, we've been talking about all the great athletes on this football team tonight. But I don't think that Kevin Holleran gets his credit to go along with these kids. He's a superior athlete. He's right up there with the Farms and the Daltons and the Dole Bears.
Yeah, he showed tremendous speed there. He got really popped as he got down to the goal line, got stopped at the 1. But a nice reaction to the Latin pressure.
That's a difficult thing to do, to avoid a blitz right up the middle. That guy was right in there on him before he had even a chance to get his head around and see where he was. Had the ability to get outside and almost made a great play.
Tell you, another thing we're seeing, which I think is great, is Holleran along the sidelines, talking to his teammates, very animated, showing some real leadership out there. Green did talk about the senior leadership, and they're really coming through in this first half thus far. It's 20-0, 1:18 to go. I suppose the only complaint Tony Green could have about what Kevin Holleran and Gary Dalton did just now was they didn't take enough time off the clock.
And I think Coach Green would agree with you, Jim.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if big Mr. Piazza, Corey Piazza, can deliver another kickoff. He's been very consistent in the first half. Been dropping the ball just inside the 20, around the 15. Norse had nice coverage. It's a big kickoff in that regard. There it is again, on down the right side to the 20. Here come the Raiders. Nice special teams. They've done a good job of containing Latin at or inside their own 30. They're going to start from about their 31. We got a minute 12 in the first half. North Quincy up 20-0. Mr. Neves back out. Looks like Neves came out, and Matt Francis is coming off the sideline. So Brandon Neves has made quite an impression. He's going to get more playing time here in this first half. Under center. Long count. Here's the snap. Inside handoff over the left side to the big fullback, but he's going nowhere. Great job.
Came out that time in a little bit of a, what you might call an umbrella-style defense, you know, designed to, keep everything in front of them. You know, they had both their safeties about 18 yards off the ball, linebackers about 10. Basically what they want to do is keep the whole play right in front of them. Don't give up the big play, don't give up the easy score.
Yeah, Zoyer and Kaufman on the tackle there, 2 Montclair boys. James Kaufman really staying home and containing very well. Darryl Zoyer able to get in and make the hit. Now over the right side. Little success there for Latin. Looks like they picked up a first down. They did, and they're calling a calling a timeout. No, I'm sorry, it's not. They're not calling a timeout.
Yes, the clock is, oh, there we go, started again. There's
Yeah.
24 seconds left here in the half, Jim.
Yeah, Latin's got to move. We're now under 20. See if there's a quick snap, or a quick count here, rather. Inside handoff again. Great reaction. I'll tell you, Latin's getting nowhere over its left side. Kaufman and Zoyer have been consistent all night. And it looks like the clock's going to run down. We got 3, 2, 1, and that's the end of the first half. They haven't whistled it yet, but the scoreboard shows the first half over. The Red Raiders leaving the field now, and there's the whistle. Well, I'll tell you, Greg, you see a happy bunch heading to the locker room. Mistake-free on both sides of the ball. Very consistent play by the Red Raiders. They did a super job in this first half. Looks like a lot to look forward to. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a little break here in the first half with the score, North Quincy High School 20, Boston Latin nothing. We'll be back with second half coverage in a few minutes. Well, we want to welcome you back for second half coverage of North Quincy High School football. Red Raiders off to a super start in the first half. They're up 20-0 on dual county league Boston Latin. Coming into the game tonight, this is Jim Timmons. I'm here with Greg Wilson. And Greg, coming into the game, Tony Green thought that if the Red Raiders could just play with Latin, who's expected to contend this year in the dual county league, then they had something to look forward to. Well, they've not only played with Latin, they've really dominated them in the first half.
You know, coaches spend hours and hours going over film and going out to scout their opponents. And the accumulation of that is they put together a game plan. And I don't think a coaching staff could be more pleased with the way this team has executed the game plan here tonight. You know, if you consider Ryan Farnham, 8 rushes for 104 yards, that type of effort speaks for itself. Kevin Holleran is 3 for 5 for 94 yards. Gary Dalton with 45 yards and receiving. Matt Francis with 37, and Rob Mooney with 20 yards. Now, when you look at the talent that the Red Raiders have at their skilled positions, we're getting an opportunity to see these kids play at their finest tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, they're over 100 yards in receptions and well over 100 yards rushing. It's been a nice, balanced offense, and here we go for the second half. Watch the kick go by, better. Geez, what happened there?
Well, again,
the ball dead.
A little bit of confusion on the special teams. They've ruled it a touchback, and the ball will be taken out and North Quincy will start on their 20-yard line. Again, as we start at the top of the show today, Jim, we talk about special teams and how difficult they are in the first few weeks of the season, and so far that's the one area that is proven to be difficult for both teams tonight.
Yeah, North is yet, I believe, to return a kick. They've had 4 punts and then that kickoff, and they haven't moved anything yet through the air. But by the same token, they haven't fumbled anything either.
Well, here they come out again with the 2 tight ends. And, you know, the adjustments they've made at halftime, I think, Jim, they decided to go right at this team, and here we go. Right off tackle. Right behind Matt Francis at the left end spot there. And we have 58 coming off with a little bit of a limp here. Who's this? You know, I don't want to be redundant, but with all the skill this team has, this is a team that's only going to go as far as that offensive line will take them. And when you see someone in the 5s come limping off the field, Jim, that's going to make your heart skip a little bit.
Yeah, they've been running over this left side here with behind Francis and O'Brien. We haven't talked enough about the offensive line, but we will in a moment. As Holleran pitches left, here comes Farnham again, juking, digging, and there he goes! Farnham trying to get away, one guy to elude. What another beautiful run by Ryan Farnham. Great job by Farnham. He started on the North Quincy 22, tackled on the Latin 32. 46-yard scamper by Farnham. Great job by Ryan Farnham.
Jim, I wonder if we're going to see the replay. If you want to see classic textbook high school football, you watch James Kaufman on his kick-out block on this. It doesn't get executed any better than that. What a fabulous block to spring Farnham around that corner.
Well, we're going to holler and under center here, so we're not going to see that kick out. But this
Okay.
Kaufman Farnham in the backfield, they're doing a super job tonight. Very solid performance. Inside,
It looks like Gary Dalton on a straight dive play.
I'll tell you the speed that Dalton and Farnham have. Great job by Gary Dalton. They're firing on all 8 cylinders here in this backfield, aren't they? Here's the replay. You see Dalton doing a great job eluding one tackle, and then he's gang tackled after a nice pickup of about 14 yards.
And
Lattin's taking a timeout here, Greg.
And as they should. That's a great adjustment by the North Quincy coaching staff at the halftime. Obviously, they've saw something in this defense. They've decided to come out with the 2 tight ends and the 3 backs there. And what that does is it forces the defense to play them straight up. Great call, straight man on man. That's what you call mano-a-mano football right there, Jim. And that offensive line just locked that Latin defensive line right back. Dalton found a little bit of a crack between the defensive tackle and defensive end, and he was in the backfield before they knew he was through.
Yeah, I'll tell you, they've been coming over this left side. They're going from our right to left. They're running right at us here. They've had O'Brien at the tight end spot. He's your man, Matt Francis, at the tight end spot.
He is my man.
Yep, he's been setting up left right next to big Pat O'Brien. Brian's been doing a great job. We'll talk about the rest of the line here. They've had the center has been Zoyer, Darryl Zoyer, very consistent all line. Again, they're coming out with the no huddle set. They're coming right out, ready to go, right at.
You know, let's take a minute to mention this offensive line because they haven't done a great job. Left guard, this David Buttimer, has been terrific at defensive end as well as left guard. The right tackle, number 62, he's also done a fine job. This team has continuously run the ball hard, straight out the heart and soul of this Boston Latin defense and been successful.
Yeah, George Phipps at right guard as well. They're running behind Phipps on the counter.
James.
Outside, Kaufman
James.
heading for the pylon, and he's in! Another great individual effort.
And it's coming back.
Yeah, we see the flag. I think that Mr. O'Brien, in an effort, may have clipped there. That's what it looks like, which is a shame.
We talked briefly about David Buttimer there, and he came from the offside guard over a left guard position all the way across the formation and just destroyed that defensive end, giving a beautiful off tackle hole for James.
Touchdown.
And again, we've talked about the team speed. This
I have a
team can
personal foul, dead ball, personal foul.
What
flag
they're doing is
after the
the
touchdown.
touchdown is standing. It looks like O'Brien didn't hit the Latin back until after Kaufman was in the end zone. Here's the replay. We're going to... No, we're queuing up a replay, but we're not going to show it. Here he goes. You see Kaufman now heading for that pylon, and watch from left to right. You're going to see O'Brien hit that guy from behind. It looks like they had already signaled touchdown. Once Kaufman crossed the goal line, they signaled the touchdown, and they're calling the penalty after.
Well, you know, this Mr. O'Brien will be running some extra laps in practice this week, I assure you that.
Well, fortunately, I'm sure he's delighted that he didn't take his teammate's touchdown off the books there. And I'm sure James Kaufman is delighted as well. What a great individual effort.
Well, again, we'll look at the evaluation. Coach Green decided to try to kick the extra point. It's good. And keeping true to, our earlier conversation prior to the game, he really is getting a chance to evaluate his bench right now.
Well, I'll tell you, though, Corey Piazza, a tackle, number 57, with all due respect to Corey, he doesn't look much like Adam Vinatieri, but he's kicked like him tonight. He's been very consistent with nice kickoffs inside the 30, inside the 20 rather. And that was a nice point after. That's something that in high school football is important, having a kicker who can deliver like that. And it looks like in Corey Piazza, the senior, Coach Tony Green's got someone. He's got a toe here.
You know, when people turn on their television sets on Sunday afternoon and watch the precision that these pro kickers perform with, they don't realize all the little things that have to go right to kick an extra point correctly in high school football. The center snap, the hold, the kick, and it takes a great deal of work.
Now it looks like the clipping penalty is being assessed on the kickoff here, so North's going to kick from its own 25. We'll see what Piazza can do here. North Quincy with a 27-0 lead. Really great job of coming out of the locker room and just driving the ball down the field. We really had three nice individual efforts. Farnham, Dalton, and Kaufman with some great runs.
And let's not forget the block that James Kaufman made on Farnham's run. You know, textbook classic fullback play. Great play.
Here's the kick by Piazza. Comes down at the 30. There's a seam. Nice job of reacting there.
Gary Dalton, that's a touchdown-saving tackle right there, Jimmy.
Yep, he found the seam, but Dalton reacted. I'll tell you, North Quincy has shown tremendous speed here. Matt Francis back out to set the defense.
You know, I'm sure, Jim, that Coach Green would agree with me. You know, you can coach a lot of things, but it's really difficult to coach speed.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a little speed or a little talent to help make a coach look good. North's got both. Latin under center and back to pass. A lot of pressure there. A lot of pressure, but he gets it outside to his big fullback. Great individual effort there on the tackle.
It looks like to begin the second half that North Quincy has changed their base defense a little bit, and I'll get a chance to look that over. But in addition to that, it looks like Latin has also gone in and made some adjustments at the halftime. And that was a well-designed play and a well-executed play. And it's first down right now at the North Quincy 40-yard line.
Yeah, Latin got the ball in the hands of their big fullback. There's a fumble on the snap. North all over it. Great job of reacting.
Darryl Tull.
Yeah, Darryl Tull caught the ball out in the flat. And a tremendous job by Timmy Kaufman of reacting to that, making a great tackle. There, and the snap was mishandled. Loss of 3 on the play. Good job by the North defense of reacting.
You know, Jim, with the reputation that the Boston Latin School has for academics, you think that they might have been able to get us a copy of their roster before the game?
Yeah, well, maybe with all the budget cuts, the fax wasn't working today. We don't know, but under center now, the Latin quarterback. He's got wide receivers left. He's looking for them. And Francis all over him. There's a turnover. Number 50 for North Quincy is going to go all the way with an interception and a 43-yard run back. A great job.
We have a flag out here, and it might be coming back, and it certainly looks that way.
Darryl Zoya with the thrill of his life there. Matt Francis just leveled the Latin quarterback as he delivered the ball. The ball went up in the air. Zoya made the reception, rumbled down the sideline. A tremendous run by Zoya. But we got a penalty on the play. Have we had the signal yet?
No, we don't. You know, we've talked so much about the speed of this North Quincy football team, you know, all night. That was not an example of it. He stumbling, bumbling, and fumbling all the way in. But, you know, he still had his eye for that goal line. You got to give him credit for that.
Yeah, and into the end zone nonetheless.
It's something he'll never forget, believe me.
Now the first guy out of the huddle, going over the ball, Darryl Zoya. Kid just rumbled 48 yards, but he's not coming out for a breather.
Yep, and they're back in their 3-back, double tight end set here.
And who do they run behind but Zoya?
Yep. And James Kaufman. You know, one of the things that James does so well Is he runs tough, he runs hard, but he naturally gets his shoulder square at the point of attack. And like team speed, that's something else you just can't teach. Natural born fullback, runs downhill, gets his shoulder square, and he gets positive yards all the time.
Yeah, James, a very powerful built young man, much like his father. He's got the same sort of physique. And a younger brother, Matt, whom I've had the pleasure of coaching, a lot of athletic talent in the Kaufman family. Under center, Holleran. Here's a quick give. They're going right back to Kaufman.
That's the second time. That's the very same play that Gary Dalton scored that touchdown on earlier. So it looks like they have the coaching staff and the spot is upstairs. The spot a little something in that Boston Latin defense, and they're going right at it. Good coaching.
3rd and 2, clock running, grinding it out. This is great stuff by the Red Raiders. They're up 27-0. They're going to work the clock. Kaufman, 2 carries, 8 yards in this series thus far. They're just grinding it out, and the North offensive line doing a great job, Greg.
It's 3rd and a long 2 here, 3rd, possibly 3. There's that counter.
Kaufman again, nice.
First down and a great block by Mr. Buttermer. My, he's showing me an awful lot tonight as well.
Yeah, Butterman's had that offensive line, period's had a very solid game. Once these backs get through, they're doing so much. We're talking about them and their scampers. But this line, there you go, on the replay, you see Kaufman getting freed up, trying to spin free of this tackle. He does a great job. He's got 2 hands on the ball. No fumbles tonight. We haven't really talked about that, Greg, but the running back's been very solid. 2 hands on the ball by James Kaufman. First down, North Quincy. They're on the Latin 11. Oh, look at that. Beautiful play. Gary Dalton. Great job. You know, Greg, you've talked about it. The play calling by the Red Raider coaching staff has been phenomenal.
They've done a great job. They've mixed it up. They've mixed in the straight ahead run with a counter. They've thrown the ball in timely fashion. And you have to say, if they put the time into putting a game plan together, and they've come out and executed beautifully.
Yeah, these seniors are having a great time out here. The Red Raiders are up 33-0, and we're going to see Mr. Piazza again for the extra point. Corey Piazza lining up. Nice snap from Zoya. Ball down, nice placement, and the kick is good.
It looks like someone got a hand on it as well, Jim.
Yeah, but a nice job. You know, I've missed it, but who's the holder for the Red Raiders?
Number 23. Is that one of the Kaufman boys? Is that Ryan Farnham?
Yeah, Ryan Farnham's number 23. He's the holder.
Yep.
Great job. Great job by Farnham. I'll tell you, there is going to be an awful lot for the Red Raiders to be happy about
overtime
as they come away from this game. They're up 34-0 now. 5 minutes to go in this 3rd quarter, and the Red Raiders firing on all cylinders tonight.
I think that you have to be pleased with the execution of this football team, especially on the offensive side of the ball. You generally, early in the season, you expect the defense to be a little further ahead of the offense. And they've come out tonight, they've executed well, and they have to be pleased. And this is the type of game that gets you prepared for a very, very difficult Old Colony League schedule.
Yeah, you're right. And one of the things that's the toughest about the Old Colony League, I think, is the bus rides. That's what I think is not unfair. That's not the right word, but one of the X factors that these guys have to contend with. That's a real factor in these games, and could be a factor down the road relative to the North speed. Piazza with another kick inside the 20. Looks like good coverage by the Red Raiders. I'll tell you, they're all running their lanes. One thing we're seeing tonight is the discipline of the Red Raiders. We talked earlier about James Kaufman on defense, containing, and letting Darryl Zoya make the first hit. Well, you watch those boys down the special teams, they're all running their lanes down the field and really staying home well.
Well disciplined.
The Latin offense, which has really been sputtering tonight, takes over at their own 35. We're going to see what they can do here.
Now, it looks like we have 10 men on the field here, and we do. And they found where the man was missing. There's the first big mental mistake of the game. It's tough to play 11 on 10.
Yeah, James Kaufman came off the field. It looks like there was a little confusion about who was there. But I'll tell you.
There's your replay. Right there, you have no defensive end on that side of the ball. And he broke it back, and there he goes.
And watch Gary Dalton here just level him.
And that's a fullback too, Jim.
Yeah, I'll tell you. They've been hitting tonight, the Red Raiders. They may be a little undersized, but they're hitting. Here he is again. A nice job trying to get outside. That time, that's the first time since the first series that the containment wasn't there and the running back got outside.
And I believe that might be their first down since the first quarter as well.
And if we look out, James Coughlin's on the sideline taking a little break. It's interesting. And we're going to get a North Quincy timeout, it looks like. Going to see the Red Raider coaching staff is reacting here to the problems. They're going to make some corrections.
Well, now it's a challenge. You know, you've got to keep your focus and keep your attention span, everyone's attention on what you're doing. And with only 15 minutes or so left here in this entire football game, this is a real challenge for a coaching staff. You want to evaluate some of your new guys, get an opportunity to get them some playing time. At the same time, you don't want this whole all the execution and all the positive things you've accomplished here today fall apart on you.
Yeah, looking out there, we see a lot of new numbers out on the field. Number 10, Jimmy Burke. Number 11, Dennis Layden, out there for the first time tonight. Got a host of other players.
You see O'Brien's out there. Number 10, James Burke. James is a starter. He's a junior. He's also your backup quarterback. Another great athlete.
And let me see, I'm looking for number 45, the guy who's intrigued me tonight, Brandon Neves.
And he is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, I don't see him out on the field. There he is down on the sideline. I thought we might see him out there, but looks like, I wonder if there's someone injured over. I think there's a Latin player injured over on the sideline.
Trainer going across the field right now.
Yeah, that's the reason for the delay here.
Last name, her name. I know her first name is Tracy. She's been with the program for a number of years, and she's a very conscientious gal.
All right, the Latin offense comes out in a pro set with a power eye in motion, number 88.
Big speed sweep, and there you go.
There he is, the big guy, the fullback, right up the middle on a quick hitter. He got past O'Brien, and he got down to the 15-yard line. Nice run.
Well, they faked that speed sweep again. That's become quite the rage in high school football. And then they sent the fullback right up in the middle. There's your replay.
Yeah, we see him. Nice blocking there. There's a missed tackle, but and there he is carrying them for about 4 yards. He's a big guy, and we've been waiting for him to break out all night. Latin staying with the power eye on the 15. Here's the pitch, the tailback. He's trying to get outside, cuts it back. Looks like it's going to be a gain of 4 there. And here's something we don't want to see. George Phipps limping off the field. Looks like his knee or his ankle.
No, he's cramping up.
Looks like a cramp, yeah. Cramped. Well, that's helpful, yeah. They're tending to a calf cramp on the sideline, Phipps has. And that's a good thing. I was afraid it was his knee. Got to keep drinking water, especially on a night like this. Latin over center. Now they're trying the left side. They've basically gone right, then left, then left, then right. And this time, Red Raider defense is there to stop them. No gain. It's going to be 3rd and 5 from the 11. Clock's ticking. We're down under 2:30 here, third quarter. Tony is sticking with the underclassmen here. And as you said, he's trying to get a look at some of these boys and how they perform under some pressure. Another quick hitter. Good job by the North defense. Looks like we had 3 or 4 guys in on that one, but the lead hit provided by number 40.
Rich Russo. Right here.
Richard Russo, a sophomore. So nice job by Russo on the play. And Latin is looking at a 4th and 2. The ball's on the North Quincy 8. They're going to go for it. This is a big play for these underclassmen. Little confusion by the Latin offense. Double tight end, power I. They're coming right at them. They fake the handoff, looking into the end zone. Here's the pass, and it's going to fall incomplete. Great job by the North defense.
Number 40 again.
Yep, but I'll tell you also, for North Quincy, number 27, I'll tell you, I wish we got a program here.
Yeah, we did. It's in Braille, Jim.
Yeah, because I'd love to be able to talk about these kids. But I was watching number 27 for North Quincy. He did a tremendous job of getting outside. The Latin quarterback was looking right his way, and he did a great job of containing. Here on the replay, you see that the ball's overthrown, and you see number 27 there. He didn't have the coverage,
Right.
but he was out there,
Right.
and he forced the overthrow. He did a tremendous job. And number 27, whoever you are, congratulations. I'm sorry we don't have your name here. We'll try to encourage a program for the next game. But a great job by the Red Raider defense, the young Red Raider defense here. This was the what we refer to colloquially as the green team. Some of the second team getting a look here. And as Tony Green said, he's worried about depth. These boys have to step up as they just did there during the season in the event of injury or to help rest some of these frontline guys. And they really responded well on that series.
Both defenses, the first defense and the second defense, if there's one characteristic that they both have in common, is they all go right to the football.
Yeah, they reacted well. There were a few missed tackles there, but you had sophomores trying to take down a 240-pound fullback. In that Latin fullback, he looked good on that series, but in fairness to the North defense, that's the only time tonight where Latin's got out of its fullback what I think Coach McDonough was expecting to see more of tonight.
And he was highly touted coming in, Jim. You're correct. And, again, the credit goes to the defensive line in North Quincy.
What type of message does this send to the coaches and the other teams in the OCL when they pick up the Globe or the Herald tomorrow and see a score like this in there?
I think that the score is really not going to tell the whole story. Obviously, with a full quarter to play and you're up 34 to nothing, you're going to get a chance to evaluate your players. But the overall speed on this football team is quite impressive. We've even seen number 50 run for 60 yards tonight.
Yeah, you're right, Darryl Zoyer. Jimmy Burke is in for Kevin Holler, and Burke's going to get some snaps here. And
now James is a junior, was the junior varsity quarterback last year, and I had the opportunity to watch him at a couple of the local camps this summer, and he's going to be very special.
Yeah, and they got Brandon Neves. That was Brandon Neves, who you've adopted Matt Francis as your man. Well, I think Brandon Neves will be mine because Brandon's out there on the defensive side of the ball sticking it, and he's going to get a shot in the backfield. Neves, his first run there was a gain of 3. We got the clock running. We're under 30 seconds, third quarter, 2nd and 7, as Burke takes the snap. North staying on the ground inside.
That'll be the end of the third quarter, and we're going to, when we get back, it looks like it'll be about third and about 4 yards for a first down.
So, as we saw after the first 2 quarters, we got some smiling faces here on the north sidelines. We've got one guy who's very enthused here. He picked up the pom-poms and decided to cheer on the Red Raiders. But the Red Raiders coming off the field there with a little spring in their step. There's got to be a lot of excitement, a lot of happiness as they start this fourth quarter. I think the boys know that they're going to walk home with a win tonight that opening day is going to go right as scripted, and there's going to be a lot of excitement, a lot of happiness on the sideline. But as you've alluded to earlier, Tony Green wants 11 more minutes here of good football.
You know, we've talked a little bit about giving this staff an opportunity to evaluate the depth that he has here. And 11 minutes is going to afford him just that opportunity to do so. You know, I think that one of the concerns that you have to have is, you know, with the talent he has at the skill positions, who is going to be there to pick up the slack in case someone does go down with an injury?
And they're getting the opportunity tonight to find that out, which is very fortuitous. We're going to see how the young players perform here during this final 11 minutes. Burke's taking the team down to the north end zone to set up. We'll see how this fourth quarter plays out.
So here it is, third and 3 from the North Quincy 15. First down.
Greg, I was distracted there for a moment. What do we have?
First down. Came out with a nice counter up the left-hand side there. And we had a pickup of 10 yards.
Not bad.
I'm afraid I didn't get a chance to get the ball carrier's number. But they've changed the set now. They're still in a double tight end set, but they've gone to the I. They were in a 3-back set before. And here comes the sweep.
Trying to get outside. Unable to do so. Number 28. For the Red Raiders.
You want to run that sweep, and you're going to have the fullback kick out and give you some support there. And
Neves was not outside.
Yeah, this is the experience of this. This is good experience for these young players. Players like Neves, Jim Burke at quarterback. This is going to give them the opportunity to get out and get some varsity competition, get some experience, get the butterflies out of their system, and they'll become that much more proficient with having this experience.
Well, we're not finding 28 in the program, so number 28 and number 27 earlier.
Right.
We're sorry. We're going to disappoint their mom and dad.
Yep, there's their counter.
Yeah, the Latin defense snuffed that one out pretty well.
Again, I think,
that was Mike Delahoy, the senior.
I think the idea right now at this point in time is just to keep the clock moving. Don't turn the ball over. And, again, give an opportunity for these young kids to get out there and show what they can do.
Yeah, Mike Delahoy, the senior running back, really had no opportunity on that play to show what he's made of. He got gang tackled in the backfield. But the key, as you alluded to earlier, is the clock's running. This started with third quarter starts. There are 11-minute quarters in high school, and we're now ticking down to 8:30. So that's what Tony Green wants to see from the offense.
Again, the double tight end set here. And it's third and about 20.
See what Burke can do. Pitch outside. This time he does get outside. Running back outside. Ducks his head.
And that's quite a pickup. Pick about 15 yards.
Nice job by Delahoy.
And your man Neves there again. That was good executing. That was a nice piece of running.
Yeah, Delahoy was able to get outside there that time.
And the punt team looks like the punt team is on here.
We're looking at a 4th and 12 from the North Quincy 25-yard line. 26-yard line, we'll call it.
They're in tight pipe protection here.
Nice snap, nice punt, and looks like good coverage.
Oh, and we're going to have a penalty on the play. There's a halo rule in high school football. You've got to give them 3 yards. Broke the halo, and that'll add another 10 or 15 yards onto this. But that was a nice play by that punt returner there, even to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, good concentration, good focus. Number 25 for the Red Raiders, right down there, Timmy Kaufman. And in his exuberance, he put the hit on a little early.
Well, Tim's a senior. He should know better.
Well, there's nothing like a mistake like that. This will probably be the one time this season he does that. You know?
Interference.
So it's
Quincy.
fortuitous it happens in a 34-0 game.
Couldn't agree with you more, Jim.
So now we're looking.
That's a big one. That's a big 15-yard penalty there. That sets him really great field position all the way down to the North Quincy 35.
Yeah, Coach McDonough from Boston Latin is sticking with the first liners. He's got to see what his first team's got to do what Tony Green's second team is doing, which is get out there and make some plays here. Fumble the snap.
And you know, the one change he has made is the change of quarterback. Gets a new quarterback in, number 14, and on the first play, lo and behold, the ball's on the ground.
He did pick up 5 on the play. I'll tell you, that was one of their more productive plays. They may.
The fumble Rooskies.
Yeah, we may be seeing that in the dual county league this year. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 from the North Quincy 30. See how the Red Raider defense does. Linebackers about 3 yards back. Defensive backs about 6 yard back.
Oh,
we're looking at the run.
Now. Ooh, that was a great defensive stop there.
Well, Greg, you have some connections with this program. I think you should encourage the coaching staff to give us some sort of roster or program that we can work with.
Yes.
That's too bad. Some of these kids, I'm sure there are some disappointed moms and dads out there whose sons' names aren't being proclaimed over the airwaves. But
well, you know,
number
by and
6,
large, the parents of this football team should be, you know, very proud of the way this team has conducted itself in this win. You know, this team has played like gentlemen. They've played hard, and they've conducted themselves on the field and on the sideline very admirably.
Great gang tackle there right at the 25-yard line. And what's critical there is that's where the first down marker is. Looks like we may end up with a measurement, but a great job by this young North defense. The second squad are reacting.
They're going to give them a fourth and inches here.
4th and inches. Another big 4th down play. They reacted last time, defending their end zone. We're now heading toward the north end zone. We'll see how the Red Raiders react. Here's the inside handoff.
Big Darren Tull.
Tull gets outside.
He is a load.
And a nice job of chasing him down out there. Number 40 making the tackle for the Red Raiders. Did a nice job of chasing him down there. Richard Russo. There he is. Rich Russo made that tackle. And a great job chasing down the big fullback, making the tackle. Russo only a sophomore, so we didn't get to him until we got to the bottom of the sophomore list. That's why the delay, but a great job by Russo. It's a pass out in the flat that's incomplete.
You know, one thing, you know, you've got to give credit to this Boston Latin team right now. They're down 34-0, and they're in and out of the huddle. They haven't quit, and they're playing with a real purpose. And that's a lot of credit to that team and to the coaching staff. They haven't let up a bit here. They're giving it all they got.
No, you're right. It's been, although the Red Raiders have pretty much ended on the scoreboard, both teams are playing all 44 minutes. We love to see that in high school football. Trying the left side now, and looks like he's going to go in that time. No stopping the big guy. He got outside and rumbles in, and Latin scores its first touchdown of the 2002 season.
And a well-designed play, nevertheless, even at this point in time, I think that Coach McDonough is going to be pleased. We're in a sprint draw. Let the defense, you know, look like had short pass, handed the ball off on the draw play, and that was a nice run.
Nice job, yeah. I mean, that's a kid who it makes what went on the first 3 quarters, all the more impressive, because I think this is what McDonough expected to see in the dual county league all year. Looks like he's going to be kicking their point after. I'll tell you, maybe the Patriots have it wrong with Adam Vinatieri. We've seen Piazza and now this guy, 2 big guys banging the ball.
Well, if you want
No question there.
If you want an answer to the question, where's the beef? It's that kicker tonight.
Yeah, both kickers doing a nice job. Nice point after. So Boston Latin on the scoreboard. It's 34-7. We've got about 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. So great opening night for the Red Raiders. We'll hope that the game continues on the tenor that it's been. That's mistake-free and a clean football game. Got 5 minutes to go. Even if Latin really lights it up, I don't know if they're going to be able to get 27 points here in the final 5 minutes. But we'll look for Tony Green to keep the ball on the ground, run this clock, and get a look, as you said, at some of the other talent on this squad.
Jim, this is when your coaching staff really goes into overdrive here at the end of a game. If you watch up and down the sideline, these coaches are coaching these second-string players. They're getting their heads in the game. They're giving them the opportunity to show what they can do. But, you know, it shows that this coaching staff, they're all on the same page. They're talking to each other. They're well organized. It's impressive.
Well, back deep for the Red Raiders, they've got Chris Delahoy, the senior, number 24, and number 28, whom we don't know. Here's a short kick, fielded nicely, and out of bounds. Good, smart, disciplined play by number 83 for the Red Raiders. Greg, you and I can have a contest trying to locate these players. You don't find them either. I don't see them here. The dramatic pause over the airwaves. We're scouring what we were given here to try to find these players' names. But that was a nice, smart play by number 83. Fielded it cleanly, the short kick, and he got it right out of bounds. No concern about fumbles here. I'm sure that's one of the things the staff was talking about, the importance of not fumbling the ball on this kick. You don't want to turn it over on your own side of the field, and you want to give your offense a chance to run that clock down. Burke brings them up. We got a full house backfield, 2 tight ends. Everybody's in. Burke calling signals. Handoff inside.
Well, not their finest hour, or their finest moment right there.
Well, number 45, Brandon Neves, on the quick hitter. I mean, Brandon did get the clock running. Picked up 2 yards. Good job of gutting it out. He was gang tackled there, but he kept grinding, kept the legs moving. And we're down under 4:30 here. Burke sets up under center. Calls the signals. Here's a pitch to our mystery man. Looks like a nice job of evading tackles. Little dancing back there. Great job. Looks like he's going to pick up about 4.5 yards. And it looked like there was nothing there to gain. A great job. On the replay, you see, watch this little juke here. Nice little stutter step. Tries to cut it back up inside. But Latin did a nice job. They contained and then they pursued. They did a good job there on the tackle. Clock running. We're down under 3:30. North's going to look at a 3rd and 5 here. Burke sets up. Takes the snap. Here's a pitch left side. Trying to get outside and getting outside, number 24. Great job. Showing some good speed. Nice downfield blocking by the Red Raiders. And a big gain there.
Tremendous individual effort.
Yeah, about 18 yards there, and there's a Latin player down on the opposite sideline.
We have to find out who this 24 is, Jim. That was a great effort.
Yeah, he showed some good speed. He got outside, great acceleration, pickup of about 19 on that play.
And just prior to the snap, the quarterback there, James Burke, realigned his flanker out there, moving the corner out of the way, giving that seam to the running back to cut it back up inside. You know, just that's good team management by a young quarterback.
Well, one thing that impressed me, I'll tell you, you explained to our viewers what he was doing. What I observed was the poise over the ball there. Wasn't in a hurry. Burke's been letting the clock run here and doing a great job of both managing the team, getting the clock to run down. Burke looks like he's got his head in the game, and he's going to be ready to step in for Kevin Halloran if the need be.
There's no question. If your viewers take an opportunity to look at James play here, he's got wonderful mechanics, a lot of poise, doesn't seem to get rattled. He sees the field well, and he knows how to manage a football team. And the way that he brings his team out of the huddle right now, that shows itself. They're in a single tight end with the 3 backs. We have not seen this formation yet today, Jim.
Yeah, Burke just moved his guard in a little tighter, his left guard. Pitch right, trying to get outside, but nice job of pursuing and making a tackle there.
Right. And those are the type of things that you're going to have when you have your second string line in. You know, you're going to have a missed assignment here or there. Someone didn't block down. We got the corner, but that big backside pursuit, that 88 just chased him right down from behind.
Yeah, nice job. We're under 2:30 now. Burke getting the play. He really, he's doing a nice job. He's very confident. I'd like to see him throw the ball once, but I don't know if Tony
Jim,
Green's
I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, I'm sure Jimmy would like it. Do they have any authority to audible out there? Backup quarterbacks, Greg?
Oh, my.
There's a mix-up.
There is a mix-up. But, you know, you look at that offensive lineman, that left guy, we just pushed right back into the play. He's got to make a little bit better effort than that. You know, with the offensive line, simply in high school football, you've got to come off the ball. You've got to come off the ball in unison and kind of take it to the defense. And that time, that defensive tackle really took it to the North Quincy left guard. You know, obviously we have underclassmen here that are getting some work and getting some valuable experience.
Yeah, they're Burke and Neeson Wong, to whom he was handing off, collided there. So young Mr. Wong never had a chance, really, to show his stuff on that play.
And they're in a pro set with an I formation here. Let's see what we have. 3rd and 10, and we go back to the sweep. Oh, my. Great block by 84 there.
It's 84, one of our, oh, that's Mr. Wong. Nice block. Yeah, he got outside, and he did. He laid him out. There was there were some young men on this North Quincy squad who were really getting out there and banging. They're doing a super job.
Well, that's what you get when you play North Quincy, Jim. They're going to come up, they're going to hit you hard from whistle to whistle.
Well, I'll tell you what. Burke took the North Quincy offense out there with about 5:30 to go. That's when Latin scored. And he has done a super job of running down this final 5:30. We're under 30 seconds. This will be the last play of the game. And we got to credit Burke and the North Quincy second team offense here, doing a great job, showing great discipline, great poise, and doing the job that Coach Green sent him out to do. No mistakes. They've run the clock down, and we're counting down the final 5 seconds here to a North Quincy opening night victory, 34-7 over dual county opponent Boston Latin. There's the final whistle, and here comes the North Quincy band kicking into the alma mater on Wisconsin. I never understood that, but the Red Raiders, as they head out for the traditional handshake, got to be delighted, Greg. They did a super job, both sides of the ball and special teams, for a very solid 34-7 victory.
It's a very young Boston Latin football team across the way there, Jim. But this will give them some confidence, something to build on, and give them an idea where they go from here. I think that, the team, the coaching staff, and the fans have to be pleased with tonight's performance.
Well, I'll tell you, I really want to thank you, Greg. You lended some expertise that would have been sorely lacking if I were left here in the booth. So, Greg Wilson, great job.
Jim, it's been a pleasure.
Jim Timmons, and I want to thank Greg. I want to thank Bill Early and George Capadonna in the truck. I know that a cameraman, Skip, next to me, is one of the guys, but I want to thank all our cameramen and the crew of Quincy Access Television for doing a great job. We've had a great time of bringing you high school sports tonight in the form of the North Quincy High School football game, and we'll look forward to seeing you again this fall and during the course of the year. Again, the final score tonight from Veterans Stadium, North Quincy High School with a big opening win, 34-7 over Boston Latin. So thank you, folks. We're delighted you tuned in. We'll see you again. Good night.